So, good morning. In the last lecture, we have learned about the basics of voltage regulator. We have learned parameters of the voltage regulator like line regulation, load regulations. We have seen types of voltage regulator, series, shunt, linear, or adjustable, and we have also learned the linear voltage regulator and their block diagram. Today we start with the topic adjustable voltage regulator. So as adjustable voltage regulator, if you have to be see, uh, this is the block diagram. First of all, we have learned the block diagram of the adjustable voltage regulator, and then we have to elaborate the concept of this. So this is there are the two adjustable voltage regulator that we have to be learn as per our syllabus. First one is the positive adjustable voltage regulator, that is LM317, and second one is negative adjustable voltage regulator, that is LM337. So everyone please note down this block diagram that he has displayed on the slide. This is a very simple and descriptive diagram. Then I would be tell you how the function of or what is the main features of this particular LM317. So I am giving you the just 1 minute to note down this particular diagram. You can refer this block diagram from IC data sheet of LM317. There are various companies that make this LM317. You can refer anyone, maybe Texas Instruments, maybe another linear ICs. Like there are lots of the analog devices. They have to be made this LM317. You can refer any one of the data sheets available on the internet. And if you have to be see this particular block diagram, there are the three important aspects. First one is this pin number 1, that is written as the adjustable pin. Second one is here, this is the output pin, and third one is here, the input pin. And from this block diagram, if you have to be see, there is a one op-amp is also available, whose non-inverting terminal is connected to the adjustable pin as well as the input, and there is a one pair of BJT transistor, that is nothing but here it is called the Darlington pair. This is very important element of this particular block diagram. Apart from this, there is a over temperature and over current protection block is there, and there is a R limit, limiting resistance is also. Now if you have to see this block diagram of LM317, this is looking like a series regulator. We have seen that there are two types of the regulator, there are series and here it is a series regulator, and there is a Darlington pair as a pass element. Here the Darlington pair would be act as a pass element, that would be pass the current. I would be come to later on the detailing. So if you have to be see in the Darlington pair configuration, it is made up from the two common collector configuration. Here if you have to be come to the first transistor, in this particular first transistor, the input is given to it at a base, and collector is common, and output is taken from the emitter terminal, and this output of the first transistor emitters has driving the in base of second transistor, means this output would be acting as an input to the second transistor, and again from the second transistor collector terminal is common, and from the emitter terminal, this emitter terminal, we are driving the output. So this is basically a current boosting circuit. Okay, and you have to pass the voltage whatever it is coming to its input terminal. So in this case, as per the configuration of this Darlington pair, it would be provide a low output impedance. It would be provide here, this is output terminal of Darlington pair. It will provide a low output impedance. Okay, it will provide the low output impedance, and here I have not shown the in the output terminal there is a capacitor also present, but I am not it is showing in the block diagram. We will be see the role of that capacitor on the typical connection diagram of pin diagram of the LM317. Apart from this Darlington pair, there is another block, that is the overcurrent and over temperature protection. So overcurrent and over temperature protection shut down the and protects the device against the overload or damage from operating in excessive heat. So whenever there is a load change to this particular adjustable voltage regulator, maybe it will be drive more current from the prescribed value of the current. So at that time, this would be generate more heat, excessive heat, and it could be damage the circuit. So this particular over temperature and over current protection circuitry would be at that moment shut down your regulator and protect the whole circuitry from the damaging. Now come to the non-inverting terminal of this op-amp. This is connected to the one Zener diode, and Zener diode is here act as a reference voltage source. Okay, and anode terminal of the Zener diode is connected to the one pin that is called the adjustable pin, and cathode terminal is connected to the non-inverting terminal of the this op-amp. So here, because of this connection, the voltage across this Zener diode is 1.25 volt. It is a constant voltage across this. So this 1.25 volt would be provide an offset voltage to this op-amp. So in this way, this op-amp having the 1.25 volt offset input at the adjustable terminal. That would be helpful for providing the easy output and voltage and current programming. And for current regulation application, what we have to do? For current regulation application, a single resistor whose resistance is 1.25 volt upon I naught. A single resistor whose value is 1.25 volt upon means adjustable voltage upon I naught. This resistor would be provided or connected at the across the output terminal. And for voltage regulation application, what we have to do? This is for current regulation application. But if you have to be provide a voltage regulation application, at that moment, instead of single resistor, you have to be connect the two resistors at the output terminal or output network to adjust the or to set the output voltage, constant output voltage. Sorry. variable output voltage actually. This we are learning about the adjustable voltage regulator. So out of that 2 resistor, 1 resistor is a variable resistor that would be change the value of the output voltage. So this is basic description of this block diagram of LM317, and it is a positive voltage regulator, and it is very much clear from the block diagram that we have provided the input to the non-inverting terminal. Okay. Now we have to learn the features of this adjustable voltage regulator. So what are the important features we have to see? First feature is output current in excess of 1.5 ampere. So it will provide maximum 1.5 ampere or handle 1.5 ampere output current. It would be provide an adjustable voltage, output voltage in between 1.2 volt to 37 volt. It provides internal thermal overload protection. It provides internal short circuit current limiting constant with temperature. Means it would be protect from the thermal overload as well as any short circuit current. It would be provide a floating operation for high voltage application. Means it is its limitation actually. For the high voltage application, this adjustable voltage regulator would be not very much useful because it will provide that time a floating value of the voltage. It has a good line regulation, that is 0.01%, and load regulation is also 0.1%. So it would provide a good line and load regulation. So there is a term is coming here, a line regulation and a load regulation, that we have learned in the last lecture. Can anyone tell me definition of, or what do you mean by actually line regulation? We have learned this in the first lecture of the voltage regulators. So what do you mean by the line regulation? Go Rutuja, answer. Shital Sangle.
Ability of voltage.
Ability of
Power supply to maintain constant output voltage.
maintain constant output voltage with respect to what?
Change in input voltage.
Who is speaking this?
Abhishek
Abhishek?
Gaikar.
Please tell your full name.
Abhishek Gaikar.
Okay, Abhishek Gaikar. Okay, the definition is actually correct, but 2% has been mildly given the definition. Okay. So the line regulation is to maintain the constant output voltage with respect to the change in the input voltage. So what is the formula? The delta V out upon delta V in into 100. Because we have to measure it in the percentage. Okay. What is the load regulation? Tikadne Anuja. Yes.
is the capability to maintain a constant voltage level.
Constant voltage. Sentence is not complete.
Level
Say constant voltage level
on the
against the
output channel of power.
Yeah. Repeat your answer.
On the output is the capability to maintain a constant voltage level on the output channel of a power supply despite changes in the supplies load.
This is very complex sentence you have speak. I think that you have also not know the meaning of this. I have given you a very simple definition. It is a capability of the regulator to maintain the constant output voltage with respect to the variation of the output current. That is the load regulation or load current. Okay. And what is the formula for the load regulation? Vaishnav Sriram, that we have learned. What is the formula we have learned? Umbarkar, Vaishnavi. Chaudhary Nilesh. No one remember? Means you have not made the notes that I am teaching to you. You are just browsing on the Google and answering. And someone is still not present in the lecture. Only they have logged on because I am taking the name, no reply, yes, no. Whatever the answer you have to be speak, maybe wrong, maybe right. It doesn't matter. The matter is that how much you are attentively attending the lecture. It looks like that you are waiting for the examination schedule, then you would be start to study. And even you have not the notes. Still, after 20 minutes, 3 students are trying to entering into the lecture. I have told you that I would be give you a window of maximum 10 minutes. After that, I would be block the meeting room. But still, this statement I have given 3 lectures before. But still, you are doing the same thing. Jadhav Priyanka. Jadhav Priyanka. Jadhav Priyanka. Okay. So the formula for the load regulation is no load voltage minus full load voltage upon full load voltage. Who is speaking in between the lecture? Rane Vibhusha. The voice is coming from your side. If you want to attend a lecture like in this way, please do not come for the lecture. Okay. Now the formula of the load regulation is no load voltage minus full load voltage upon full load voltage multiply with the 100 for convert into the percentage. So this is the definition we have discussed and the revise the formula again. Now this is the typical connection diagram of the LM317. If you would be compare, draw this typical connection diagram also along with the block diagram. So if you would be compare the block diagram with this connection diagram also, pin diagram also. So both is having the 3 pins, input, output and adjustable pin. And here we are using this connection for the regulation of voltage. That's why I have to already tell you that we have using the 2 resistors at the output end to set the output voltage. That 2 resistors are the R1 and R2. Out of these 2 resistors, one resistor is variable resistor. This R2 is here to adjust the value of voltage between 1.25 volt to 37 volt. Apart from this regular connection of block diagram, there is some external components are also connected here, like input capacitance C in across the input terminal and ground terminal. Then adjustable capacitance C adjust between the adjustable terminal and the ground terminal. Then C naught, that is between the output terminal and the ground terminal. The input voltage is measured across input pin and the ground, and output voltage would be measured for output pin and the ground. Means across the C naught there is a V naught, and across the C in we are calculating the V in. And adjustable voltage is at this pin, adjustable pin and the ground terminal. There is a one current has been shown from the adjustable terminal, I adjustable, that would be added along with the current flowing across R1, that is I1, and the summation of these 2 current would be flow across the R2, I1 plus I adjustable. And the voltage drop across the R1, that is nothing but the reference voltage. It is a fixed voltage 1.25 volt for LM317. So you can see here the internal voltage, reference voltage for LM317 is typically 1.25 volt. Everyone remember this. And the reference voltage V reference appears across the adjustable terminal and the output terminal. Here V reference is a constant value. So what is the effect of this constant value? That because of this constant V reference, the current I1 that is flowing across the R1, it would be also a constant. So to determine the suitable values of the R1 and R2 for desired output, because we know that as from the feature of the LM317, it could be provide an adjustable voltage between 1.2 volt to the 1.25 volt to the 37 volt. So for this variation of this voltage, or we have to be require a desired output voltage between these 2 values, we have to be adjust the value of R1 and R2. So first of all, to determine this value of the R1 and R2, first of all choose the voltage divider current I1 that is much larger than the I adjustable. So one important condition is that I1 should be much larger than the I adjustable. And generally from the data sheet or typical value of this I adjustable is 100 microampere. That is a very small value. as compared to the I1. So from this connection diagram, we can elaborate the equation. So what is the value of IR2? From this connection, can anyone tell me what is the value of IR2? The current flowing across R2 resistor. Anyone please speak. What is the value of IR2? IR2, as per this connection, there is a two current is merging at this node. So it is I1 plus I adjustable. Simple. So IR2 is what? I1 plus I adjustable. Now from the diagram, we have to calculate the value of V0. So what is the value of V0? Is here. V0 is what? It is the voltage drop across R1, I1 R1 plus voltage drop across R2. So it is what? I1 R1 I1 plus I adjustable into R2. So I1 R1 plus I1 R2 plus I adjustable R2. So this is the equation 2. So everyone note down this equation 1, the value of IR2, and the equation 2, that is V0. So from the circuit diagram, it is very much clear. V reference is what? Voltage drop across R1. So V reference is equal to I1 R1. So I1 is V reference upon R1. Now substitute the value of I1 R1 and the I1 in the equation number 2. So V0 is equal to what? V reference plus V reference into R2 upon R1, I adjustment into R2. In this way, finally, we have defined the formula of the V0, that is 1 plus R2 upon R1 into plus 1 plus R2 upon R1 into V reference plus I adjustment into R2. In lots of the cases, we have to neglect the effect of I adjustment because it is very small, of the order of 100 microampere. So the second term could be neglected, and we can write the formula of output voltage for LM317, that is the approximate value of the output voltage, 1 plus R2 upon R1 into V reference. So this is approximation and this is exact. So both formula you have to remember. Actually you have to remember only the exact formula, and from that you can derive the approximate value. Okay. If in the numerical it is mentioned the value of I adjustment, you have to be consider this. Whatever value if maybe it is very small, doesn't matter, but you have to be considered. If it is not mentioned in the question, so you can neglect and you can use the equation number 4. Okay. Now at the end of this description of the connection of the LM317, we have to discuss the reason of connecting the C1 or C in, C adjustment and C0. So what is the role of C in is here? This is connected across the input terminal and the ground. So C in is necessary when regulator is not located close to the power supply. When this regulator would be located far away from the power supply filter circuit, because after filter we have to connect this. If it is connected far away from the power supply, then we at that moment we have to be required to connect C in. because at that time there is a, as a distance is very much large, so there could be a oscillatory nature would be developed at the output of the filter. So to minimize or to eliminate the oscillatory tendency, we have to be connect the C in between the filter and the regulator. Now the role of C naught. C naught is what? C naught is used to here improve the transient response of the regulator and ensure the stable AC stability. And the last one is C adjustment. C adjustment is used to improve the ripple rejection ratio. So the role of C in, C naught and C adjustment is also very much important when you are describing the operation of the LM317. Okay. Now we have to take one numerical. So this is the numerical is design. This kind of problem is very frequently asked in the examination for 6 marks. So design an adjustable voltage regulator using LM317 for output voltage from 10 volt to 20 volt and draw the typical connection diagram. Assume R1 is equal to 240 ohm and I adjustable is equal to 100 microampere. So here the value of I adjustable is mentioned. Okay. So everyone note down this and start to solve. We have how many time we have? We have 6.5 minutes to solve this. Please start to solve. I will give you. First of all, what we have to do? Can anyone suggest? I am going to open the attendance on the chat box. Please enter your attendance. Okay. So from which point we have to start? We have to first write down the formula of V naught. So what is the formula of V naught? I am not going to draw the connection diagram. The connection diagram is same that we have discussed today. So in the examination, you have to first draw the diagram and then start solving this numerical. So V naught is equal to what? 1 plus R2 upon R1 into V reference plus I adjustment into R2. So here we have to substitute the value. V reference is fixed. It is not mentioned in the question generally. So V reference is 1.25 volt. You have to always remember. 1 plus R2 upon R1 is mentioned. That is 240 ohm plus I adjustment is 100 into 10 to the power minus 6 into R2. This is your equation 1. Now we have to be design this for the two output voltage. First is 10 volt, second is 20 volt. After writing this equation 1, you have to be first go with one of the value. Suppose I am taking here for the design for V naught is equal to 10 volt. In the first case, for V naught is equal to 10 volt. So what is the value here? 10 is equal to 1.25. 1 plus R2 is unknown. R1 is 240 plus 100 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 1. Now you have to be put up all the values like this. Like here we have to multiply 1.25 plus divide 1.25 with the respect to 240. That's why I have told you that be ready with your calculators. Here 10 100 into 10 to the power minus 6 means 0.1031301 R2. So here what is the value? Anyone has find out? 1.25 divided by 240. It would be 0.0052208.
On 005.
Okay. So now just take this 1.25 on the LHS side. It would be 8.75, and here just add these two. You would be get 0.005308 R2. So from this point you have to be calculate the R2, that is 8.75 divided by 0.005308, and it would become, can anyone tell me what is the value is coming of R2?
One six 48.45.
16
48.45.
48.45 ohm. Okay.
45.
Okay. So means R2 is equal to what? 1.64 kilo ohm, 648 kilo ohm, or 1.65 kilo ohm, whatever the value, either of these two, it is correct. And this is coming for the output voltage 10 volt. That is the minimum voltage for this question. So it is R2 minimum. And for V0 is equal to 20 volt. This is the maximum value. We have to be calculated using the same equation, R2 max. So what is the value of R2 max would become? Solve by yourself. So it would be coming 3.53 kilo ohm. I am writing the value, but you have to be solve it. Okay. So in this way, we have to be calculate the value of minimum and maximum value of R2 for 10 and 20 volt. So this is the way to solve this. And at the end, you have to be write in one sentence what the value of this one. So thank you all of you for attending the lecture of today. Next lecture we have to be discuss the LM337. Okay, thank you all of you.